Hello grade 5, thanks again for watching this video. So this is the last video of the 3 that I said I'll be making, and for this video we'll be focusing on the ASA way to draw or construct congruent triangles. Okay, so this is the last one, the last out of the 3 that I said I'll be talking about. And so ASA, actually let's read right here. ASA stands for angle side angle, and means that we have 2 triangles where we know 2 angles and the included side are equal. So ASA is kind of like the opposite of SAS, which we just kind of focused on. Okay, and if you look at the name, it's actually the total opposite, right? SAS was the one we looked at before, and this time we're looking at ASA, and they're total opposites. Okay, and if I scroll down here, okay, there's actually another piece of information. It's similar to what we just read, but let's read it. So in the box says, it says if two angles and the included side of one triangle are equal to the corresponding angles and the side of another triangle, the triangles are congruent. So let's look at this diagram here. Okay, this part right here. So this triangle is congruent to this triangle. Why? First of all, ASA, let's look at angles. Okay, we have 2 angles here in yellow, marked in yellow. So this is one angle, there's another angle. Same angle is in this over here in this triangle. We have 23 degrees, we have 23 degrees there. We have 124 degrees, we have 124 degrees there. So those are the 2 corresponding angles. Okay, so ASA, the A's are there. We just talked about it. Now the S, the side. So here, the side which is sandwiched between these 2 angles, okay, is 8.9 units long. Maybe it's centimeters, maybe it's meters, we're not sure, but it's 8.9 units long. Let's look at over here. So between angle 23 degrees and 124 degrees, again here we have the side which is 8.9 units long. So we have 2 sets or pairs of angles which are corresponding, and the side which is in the middle of those two angles, or sandwich between those angles, are also the same, also corresponding. And when this happens, the two triangles, we can say, are congruent. Okay, so that's the ASA way. Alright, now I'm going to switch the screen up again so I can kind of show you and walk you through how to use the ASA way to draw a congruent triangle. So just give me a sec. Alright, and here we go. We have triangle ABC again, and this time our focus is to use the ASA way to draw a triangle that is congruent to triangle ABC. Now, the first step, and actually the first 2 steps, are actually going to be exactly the same as the first 2 steps of the other 2 ways. So do you guys remember the first 2 steps that we used, or that we took with the other 2 ways, SSS and SAS? Yep. So we're going to get out a ruler and we're going to draw a line, right? That's what we did. Hold on. Sorry. So we're going to get out a ruler and we're going to draw a line like that. And if you remember, the next thing we did with the other 2 ways was we measured the side length of one of the sides of the original triangle. So I'm going to go with side AC again. Okay, I'm gonna go with side AC again. So there we go. I think the width between the needle tip and the pen tip is corresponding to the distance or the length of AC. So I'm going to bring my compass over here. Maybe I'll set the tip of the needle over right there. And I'm going to make a mark on my original line. Okay. And then that point there, okay, where the vertical, where the vertical line and my original line intersects or overlap, I'm going to call that point J. I'm going to call that point J. And where this arc and my original line overlaps or intersect, I'm going to call that point K. So I've got point J and point K. And JK, okay, this line JK is corresponding with AC. So ASA, angle, side, angle. I've got the S, the side part, cleared. Right? I've got the side part cleared. So now what I got to do is I got to focus on the angles. And if you remember what I just said a bit earlier, okay, ASA way, the two angles have to be including the side that we focus on. So if you look at the original triangle ABC, the side we focused on was AC, right? And we drew a corresponding side JK. So the two angles that we will focus on has to include line AC. So could we choose that angle as one of our focus angles? And the answer is no, because angle B doesn't really connect at all with line AC, right? It doesn't include line AC. The two angles that include line AC is angle A and angle C. So those are the two angles that we're going to focus on when we use ASA way to draw a congruent triangle to triangle ABC. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a protractor to measure angle A. And it looks like angle A is 63 degrees. 63 degrees. So I'm going to bring back the protractor here. And I'm going to get my ruler. Set my ruler at point J. Okay, make sure it's at the right point. And then I'm going to draw a line to make angle J, which is supposed to be 63 degrees. So this ruler is set at an angle which is 63 degrees, so all I got to do is draw a line. Okay. And again, my focus was to draw the line. Actually, hold on a sec. It doesn't look like the line started at point J, so I'm going to try that one more time. So from point J, okay, and from there it should be 63 degrees. So let me try that one more time. So 63 degrees is right there. Okay, now let me try that again. So I'm going to draw a line, and I think this time it looks better. Yep. So now angle J is 63 degrees. And what I was about to say earlier is that line, this line extending from point J, it doesn't matter what length it is, because our focus right now was to make sure angle J was 63 degrees. So this length, we didn't really have to worry about it. But my advice would be, when you are using ASA way to make or draw congruent triangles, I would actually try to make this line extending from point J, or when you make the angle, I would draw this line a little bit longer, okay, about that long, and you'll see why later. When you, so again, I'll say that one more time. When you make the angle and when you draw the line from a point, draw that line a little bit longer, okay, and you will see why later. Okay, now I want to find out angle C, right? Angle C's measurement, which is, what does it look like? Let's make it a little bit bigger so I can read it. It looks like angle C is 62 degrees. So angle A was 63, angle C is 62 degrees. So I'm going to bring back my protractor here, and then I am going to set my ruler there at 62 degrees, which is about, hold on, which is about there, okay, which is about there. And then I am going to draw a line to make that 62 degrees, okay, for angle K. Now, I think now you can see exactly why I said make your lines longer, okay, when you are completing your angle, because look, by making the two angles, we've actually completed our triangle, right? Where the two lines intersect when you draw or make the angles, that is the last point of your triangle, your congruent triangle. Let's call that point L. Okay, and now we have triangle JKL, which should be congruent congruent to triangle ABC. And let's check. Let's put those two together, and you can see that they're basically the same, right? So we can say that triangle ABC and triangle JKL are congruent, and we drew the congruent triangle using the ASA way. Yay! So by now we've covered SSS, SAS, and ASA. So now you have learned 3 ways which you can use to draw congruent triangles. Please practice them so you can familiarize yourself with the 3 ways. And like I said in the first video, on the mathisfun.com website that we've used for during this video, there are 2 other ways that they explain that people can use to draw congruent triangles. I'm not going to be talking about them in my videos here, but again, if you are interested in learning other ways to draw congruent triangles, please, that's awesome. I would love you guys to continue and try to learn the other ways on your own. So please check out the website, and maybe you can talk about it in class, or teach your classmates those other ways. But again, in these videos we focused on SSS, SAS, and ASA ways. Thanks for watching the videos, and I hope that I was able to help you learn and understand how to use those ways to draw congruent triangles. Thank you very much.